Alright, hello guys. So here I got this Lasko 16-inch desk fan, model 2016. This one's from the year 2000. This is the third Lasko I had found. Technically the second one to come out of the trash, but it's also the fourth one because of the Aircade 9106. So this version of the fan is quite common, I would say. They're not really as rare as other collectors would have thought it was, because I have seen a bunch of these all over the place. A few of those which are now gone, they're not around anymore. But these are quite decent fans, even though they started. This is the point when they like fully turned the grills into plastic. They're not as well made as they used to be. But definitely the last time the Lasko made decent fans. And I'm pretty sure this will be the last year that Lasko would have produced these fans. This model in specific. I don't know if it ran for. I don't know if they produced these for like 6 or maybe 5 to 7 years, but I'm not completely sure. But the year 2000 or 2002 would have been the very last years these were produced. But they still made the wall fan versions. But as I was saying, I have seen these in a lot of places. There's like these two places. One of them was a Chinese restaurant nearby me, then laundromat, as well as a barbershop that's like a few blocks away from me. I saw this one in an apartment building. Then there was I don't know, I think it was it was another barbershop. Then it was this like supermarket that had them. Those are now long gone, so they're starting to become rare, but not rare enough for me to like say that these are very hard to find compared to one like this one, which is very hard to find. Much more elegant style compared to this one specifically. As you can see, these are the type of blades these are. These are cut down versions from that one. Anyways, it's in very good condition. I did find this in the recycling bag alongside the Woolworth 12-inch desk fan. And let's take a closer look if we can. It's in very, very like out of box condition. Like from the badge to like the base entirely. There's no yellowing streaks or whatever. Everything seems to be smooth. There's no yellowing whatsoever. Well, only in a few spots, but it's quite odd. Like that guard nut is the only thing that's being yellowed, as well as that the blade nut. I don't know. This one I think it might be yellowing. I think it's a little bit. The first one I had, it did have some. It was experiencing some sunburn damage. Like this oscillator knob used to be, it was yellowed. As well as the switch, the bottom base, the guard nut, and the blade nut, and the badge was also started to deteriorate on that one, which is quite weird. But this one is very flawless. So I'm guessing this one and that one at the bottom, they were stored in a garage for a very long time. Because it did have dust, but it was not like dust from use, heavy use. It was dust from like, it was sheetrock dust, which came out very easily. But anyways, let me turn this off to the side. But oh, and other than that, the only reason I think this was thrown out was because of the tilting mechanism. So apparently Lasko from like since like the 80s, they were using plastic tilting locks, and those would break often. And if not break themselves, it will break some part of the. It will break that back portion in a weird spot, and it will pretty much become useless because now the tilting mechanism of the fan is damaged and it cannot be used anymore. And in other cases, like once all of those break, this fan would not be able to stay up in place. Will pretty much stay down, which has been the case in most of these fans for a very long time. And they still make those tiny tilting locks in the Air King fans, which is quite disappointing. But anyways, here is speed one. The low speed seems to be a bit more quieter compared to the others I had. Probably because of the pitch of the blade might be a bit steeper. Just a tiny bit more pitch. Or it could be that the motor is a bit slow. But it doesn't seem to have any of those issues. Seems to run fine. I can already feel its power already. So let me see the airflow. Yeah, it's quite decent. Sweet too. Yeah, it's a bit slower compared to others. But it's quite decent. Like it has a quite low speed, which is like something that you don't see much often. Now, the thing with the plastic grills and why I just don't seem to like them as much, while it may feel powerful right now, but once the dust starts kicking, like the airflow gets very restricted to a point where you don't feel any airflow at all. Even if it's running on high speed, the airflow might be diminished a lot. Compared to that, you could have tons of dust on it, and you will still feel a lot of airflow coming through that. This is something I wish like Lasko did not do, which is make a plastic front grill, and they still make them. At least they did not fully phase out the metal front grills, which has been the case on the Air King fans. But now here it is high speed. Sorry, I'm experiencing big shows. Just trying to adjust this piece of napkin. That is crazy airflow. That's very strong. So the oscillation works fine, but it creaks, and I don't know why. But if for some reason it creaks, and I suspect it might be the length of the wire, but it's not likely because these wires tend to have a long length. So it may be like the plastic rubbing into each other. I don't know. But it creaks a lot. Yeah, I may have to find out what's making that creaking sound, but if it's the wire, I need to do something about it because I might sell this, and the last thing I want is for any of those wires to rip, and then like it causes a hazard. Yeah, I don't know how somebody's able to sleep through this, but if you want to sleep and have the oscillation on, this might be very annoying to deal with. Yeah, I have not seen that issue on the other fans, but this has to be the most creakiest oscillation I have ever heard. Because if it was the bounce of the blade, then I would have heard some rattling, but I don't hear rattling, I hear creaking. Hold on. Something is creaking. Let's see if I can feel the one. Yeah, you know what? It's the wire, and I think it might be the insulation. I think it might be the insulation that's causing the creaking. Because I could feel it, it's kind of tight. And it should not be. But anyways, let's turn this down, please. That was a very decent spin down to it. But anyways, this is the third Lasko 16-inch oscillating desk fan model 2016 from the year 2000. So if you like the video, please like and share. Also comment down below, tell me what you think. And please stay tuned for more videos, and thanks for watching.